If you are at that point of your life where you're kind of decided that you're going to be in communication or advertising, but you're at that crossroad whether you should take up digital or it should be the offline medium, then this is the kind of conversation that we should be having. Having spent time with both the digital as well as the offline media, what really works for the digital medium are three reasons. The first one is that it is the medium for the consumer of today, and I'm sure you can vouch for that yourself because you are more likely to be a digital consumer. It's the medium that we spend a lot of time with. It's the medium which kind of ties up with the overall media consumption, because media consumption is no longer just about information and entertainment. It's a place where you kind of mix up with your friends, socialize with them, discuss brands and opportunities with them, take on their views, and then move forward. The second thing which is in favor of the digital media is that here you are playing with so-called magic wand. You're in full control of the communication that you're sending out. You're in full control of changing your communication once you understand how the consumer is reacting to your communication. And for all of this, you don't have to wait for packages to tell you what's going right or what's going wrong. You can see it on the fly. You can make the changes on the fly, and that's where the excitement kind of comes in. And there are just a variety of things that you can do with the digital media. You could be part of the media team, you could be part of the creative team, churning out great creatives which help in the brand positioning. You could be part of the technology team and come up with some cracker applications. But what is really important is the overall brand thought that you have and how you link back these small pieces of reaching out to the consumer in the overall brand thought. And that is what strategy is all about. Very simply put, it is something like, if you have to move from a destination A to a destination B, then what you need is a route map to traverse between these 2 points, right? If you don't have that route map, then you might get lost, or you might just reach a very different destination. All the other paraphernalia is not going to work, right? So therefore, that is where strategy comes in. It kind of gives you the route map of moving between these 2 points. Having said that, if it was as simple as a route map, then strategy of a person A would be the same as the strategy of a person B, and thereof. But what really makes one strategy work harder and smarter than another strategy is the small innovations that you bring in, the small consumer insights or the brand insights, or how the brand and the consumer interlace with each other, which kind of differentiates one strategy from another and makes one strategy work harder and smarter than the other. And that is what this entire field promises you. It promises you a lot of action. It promises you a lot of understanding, which goes beyond just which banner to take or which website to be on, because at the heart of it, it's understanding the consumer. It's really understanding his motivations, understanding how he will respond to a certain brand stimuli, and therefore how you can kind of attract this consumer, make him interact with your brand, and hopefully convert him into a brand evangelist. Those are the kind of things that we try and do here in the strategy team. It's a small team but a very charged up team, and it's a mix of coming up with thoughts which would make the brands travel in an interesting fashion on this route map of theirs, as I explained earlier. It also comprises of a lot of research which you could do for various projects. It could either be how a consumers are expected to react to your advertising, or how the consumers are going to kind of relate with your brand once you launch it. And it's also got a mix of things like knowledge newsletters and all that we circulate to understand the category better ourselves and to kind of share that knowledge with everyone else.